Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing today? So I have some makes that I have finished and I wanted to share them with you, and I didn't have them in, like, I didn't have, not room, but like I didn't have them in another video. Like I didn't have opportunity in another video that I'm doing right now because they're just a bunch of littles that I wanted to share with you. So it's not like a ton of them. I won't take up a ton of your time, but I got into like this mood that I wanted to take some yarn and try to use it up, right? And one target that I had, I'm just gonna like jump right into it. One target that I had was my friend Joe had gifted me one skein of, and you might not cringe for you when you hear this, but you're definitely gonna cringe for me because if you've been around my channel, you know my feelings on it. He gifted me one skein of the size 7 Bernat blanket yarn. And I'm so cringy because not only is it probably one of my least favorite yarns ever, but if you gift me something, I'm not going to get rid of it. And like especially like yarn, I'm going to try to find a use for it, right? So like I have been racking my brain for probably 2 years. I vividly remember messaging Samantha from Amethyst Craftworks, just back and forth, like, what can I do with this? Like, one ball of that stuff, and I don't have the ball to show you because happily I have my makes from it, but one ball of it, I was like, I can't make a blanket from that. I can't mix it with anything else that I have because I don't have a size 7 anything that's going to go with that. I don't want to work with it. But I don't want to get rid of it because it's from Joe, right? So what do you do? What do you do with this? I ran through some different things in my head. We talked about, I was like, I could try to make a cat mat for my boss, which is basically going to be a small blanket. I thought about making some of those indoor water balloon type things. Not indoor, but reusable water balloon type things. You get wet and you know. Samantha had suggested something else too, and I can't remember what it was. Needless to say, I didn't end up going with any of those. The other, like, the reason I didn't also is not just because I didn't want to, I guess, but that conversation also happened a while ago, and then I completely lost the inspiration to even try to work with the yarn for a while, and I put it aside again. It's been living on the shelf that's next to me that's housing Pete and Eddie and Hopper and the likes, all the way at the bottom. It's been living down there, just out of sight, out of mind. I don't want to do anything with it, but I don't want to get rid of it because my dear friend got it for me, right? And just one day I was sorting through yarn from, over there, still trying to get through some of that. And I thought I could put some of that down here if I get rid of some of this yarn. So actually, most of the yarn that I'm going to show you today came from down there. And that was taking up quite a bit of real estate, right? I think I fit like 3 or 4 balls of yarn from that shelf down there where that one ball was. So I wanted it gone. So the first thing I did with it, like I was feeling it in my hand and kind of just sitting there thinking about how much I didn't want to use it, to be fully honest. And I just started, I grabbed, I think a P hook, I can't remember for sure, a big hook. And I started just making, not a square like a granny square, but I'm saying like I chained a certain amount and started back and forth making a square, like a rectangle, basically. And what I did finally was a mitt. I made a dust mitt. That's what I made with it. Because it's polyester. There's the hole for your hand. Now, this is the second one that I made. These are just double crochets. No, that's a lie. They're half double crochets. And I had chained it here. I went up and at some point here, I worked in the back loop to help the fold a little more naturally. And then I did the same thing, the same amount of stitches this way. And then I just, you know, my words are gone. I just sealed it up, and I think I did a neater border around it just to make it look, the edges look neater. But that's all. It's basically one big pocket. And it's a rewashable dust mitt. I liked this idea a lot, and I dust a lot because with Maverick, our house gets pretty dusty. Like, dust settles a lot places. And there you go. And I showed people at work, actually, and one of the girls wanted one also. So I made her one. Like I said, this is the second one. Her hand is smaller than mine, and the first one I made was a bit smaller, so I gave her the first one, so that one's actually already gone. But yeah, dust mitt. So if you have random balls of like blanket yarn and you don't know what to do with it, dust mitt. And you can throw this sucker in the washer after you dust, and hey, you know what? Dust mitt. Another object that I made that is gone, well, I'm talking about the ones that are gone, is I wanted to use every bit of it because, you know, I just am like that. So the very end scrap, I made basically a half circle just for like a dust rag, and I gave it to Damon for his screens, like on his TV and computer screen, things like that. And he used it, and he likes it, and it's another just washable little dust rag. So dust rag again. So this is actually really warm too. I'm keeping this on my hand for a minute, but dust rags. I'll take it off because I look silly. So that's 3 items from the one ball. And then the other thing I made was, I'm sure you've all seen this at the store, the Swiffers, Swiffer dusters that are just a handle, and then they come with like 1 or 2 Swiffer duster covers, and you can buy refillable ones, right? I made rewashable Swiffer duster covers. These just go on the hand. I should have brought one in here, but the handle just goes right in here and weaves into this. That it just weaves in. I've used it, so I know it works. This is just, again, I made a rectangle, and then it's been a minute since I made this one. I made a rectangle, and then, oh gosh, what did I do, you guys? Oh, okay. I got this. I made a rectangle, and then I made, no, I didn't. Yes, I did. We got this. I crocheted the rectangle, and then this was one piece, but this part, if I can get my fingers under here, this part is a smaller rectangle that was here. It was out here. I folded it over, and then my tail, I just whip stitched it. And that's the part, like, because the stitches are so big, these are just double crochets. And the little Swiffer thing, like I said, weaves in there and it dusts. And I made 2 of those. And that's what an entire size 7 blanket yarn makes. I felt really accomplished when I made that. Like, I explained it a little wonky, especially with these, but it has been a minute since I made these, and I've just been meaning to show you. I was literally going to make this video, and then everything with Otis happened, and it's probably been like 3 weeks since I made these. But got them done. And then the other thing that I made, I had cakes of ice yarns that I had bought, I don't even know how long ago, 5-6 years ago. And I still have 2 of the cakes and a partial. I only used like half a cake of yarn doing this. I made 2 things out of it. So I decided to make a spiral hat with it, using this white speckled yarn is the ice yarn. And you know, my spiral hats are usually slouchy hats like this, with not much of a brim, not much of anything. These are the ones that, like, Damon and I have a lot of them. Okay, so I decided to pair this up. This was a floppy skein. The brown is a floppy skein of Bernat Value yarn in the color, I think it's the color walnut, but I could be wrong. I just really like the way they look together, like, a lot. I think they look really pretty. It's not an exact match for the brown that's speckled in there, but I think it's really pretty. And so I made that. And then I decided to put the back loop single crochet ribbed brim on the beanie. And yeah, I really like the way that, and it's fit for me. Maybe a little bit, it's a little bit big on me, so it might be like a normal sized head type size, because you guys know my head is so small. But it pretty much fits me. It's not terribly slouchy on me. There's a little tiny slouch in the back, but I'm very happy with that. And I decided this used almost none of the cake yarn, almost none. So I decided that it needed a cowl, like a matching cowl. So I just did the same, like, I started it here and just striped the 2 down. Like, you can see the start of it there, and you can see the end of it too. Oh, yeah, you can see the end of it there too. So start and finish you can see, but otherwise it's just striped down. And then I did the same ribbing on the top and bottom of the cowl. And it's a fairly close to your neck warmer cowl, which I like. It's a very heathery size. So this will probably end up, if I don't like donate this, or if somebody I know doesn't like fall in love with it and absolutely have to have it, one of the two, this will probably be a heather set, because it's basically everything I love in a hat and cowl set. But it's warm, it's close to your neck. I love it. I really love it. And like I said, it's nice and warm. And I have these used, I put that in the back. Like, there is basically a back to this, unless you don't care that your stripe, you know, is in the front, but that drives me nuts. So I do care personally, but most people don't. Damon wears his however it lands. Most people that I've given them to do too, but it drives me nuts, so I have to move it. But yeah, I made a bunch of littles, you guys. And then, like I said, everything happened with Otis, so I didn't get to show any of this to you guys. And now it's like 50 degrees. So I'll still wear the hats when it's 50 degrees. I don't care, because like it's been 50, but I've still been cold. So I probably won't wear the cowl out when it's when it's 50 or 60. But they match, so I wanted to make sure to show you guys. Maybe not with my hair tucked in. I won't wear it, but I'll pull my hair out when I'm actually out and about with it, you know. But what do you guys think? Do you like it? I like the way that it looks, like the stripes when it's, I like that. I think that looks pretty cool. It looks cooler on than it does off. I don't think I made any other like littles that aren't in other videos anyway. Yeah, that's all I got. But let me know if you liked any of these. I mean, these things, I don't expect anybody to be highly like amazed by things like this, but I just wanted to show you that like if like I'm going to use these, so like to be something for you to think about, that maybe it'll be something you can make your yarn that you're not loving into something that's useful, you know. Maybe I can inspire you. I don't know. See, the cowl's so close to my neck that I could even use this as a hat if I really wanted to. I mean, it looks good, right? It's a look. It's a look. Anyway, those are my little small makes. Hopefully you guys like them. I'm gonna let you go. I still have one more video to make. And yeah, all right. I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.